Up, everybody, and thank you. You have just tuned in to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. I am your host, Mr. James John, and we got a great show for you. We are your nightcap of comedy. I am joined in studio with the man, the myth, the legend himself, the godfather of Orlando comedy, Mr. Ken Miller, aka hashtag Coattail Gang. We'll talk about that in a second. Also, Miguel Cologne Jr.'s in the house. Don't forget the Junior. He knows who his daddy is. But guys, welcome to the show. It's a Tuesday night, and I just got to say something, man. I am realizing, because I guess I'm this close to 50, how old I really am, guys. Let me tell you something. I was talking with somebody the other day at the barbershop. We were talking about crime movies and how I love those kind of movies. And we were talking and listing all the different movies that we both like that have to do with crime. And I mentioned the movie Departed, and he said he had never seen the movie Departed, which I was like, what? That movie had everybody in it. It was fire, right?
Yeah, Departed.
And I look it up to show them, and I realized that movie is 20 years old. Bruh, how old am I? 20. Yeah. The Departed is 20 years. Bro, Mark Wahlberg was in that movie, and he still looked the same. Bro,
no, they all do.
Leo DiCaprio. Leo DiCaprio.
Same. Who was the crooked cop?
Oh, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Yes.
They all look this. I don't know what's in that water in Hollywood.
Irish water. Because look at my. I look like Fred Sanford.
I read the files, guys.
God damn, bro.
There's a tablespoon of baby blood.
Man, I'm like, God, I'm like, you ever notice something? You're like, damn, how I got this old, man.
James, people still mad at me. I have never seen any other Godfathers.
Wow.
And have
just watch 1 and 2.
And have
just watch 1 and 2.
Seeing any of them.
Ken, I'm gonna tell you, just watch 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are amazing movies.
They are
amazing.
They are. Movies, they are actually they're beautiful. Yeah, bro, great movie. Like literally, if you had 3 hours and nothing to do, honestly, watch one of them. I mean, really good movies. You'll enjoy it especially if you like crime dramas. That's kind of the one.
I like I like anything about murder.
Oh, bro, you'll love it. It's a lot of murder.
I go to sleep. My wife's like, how do you go to sleep to Dateline and Unsolved Mysteries? I'm like, I don't know. I say it's just really recent, like the last maybe 5-7 years.
You love
I really got into because true crime has become big now, bro. Like it's a whole it's like whole channels just for true crime. like
podcast.
Imagine, I wonder if ever like the real killer who never got caught is listening. His friends are like, "Hey, man, you got to hear this podcast. It's all about the payday killer." And he's like, "Oh, wow, all right." And then he's listening to it and he's getting all pissed. He's like, "That's not how I did it at all." Oh my God, 12 victims. There were 62. Oh my God, they never connected. This is a horrible podcast. This is a horrible podcast. I'm gonna call that girl up right now over at Serial and be like, "Listen to me right now."
Does no one do the research anymore? I mean, that's what's wrong with this country. You know what?
Yeah. Hey, just a casual listener writing this email to bring up. You didn't bring up the Derby Pines murder victim, which was obviously connected to the payday killer. Also, this idea that he's sexually frustrated and has a micro penis, I do not.
Yeah. If you must know, I work at Dong. So there. So anyway.
Yeah. Look at this is me in the gray sweats. You see that thing? It's like an anaconda.
You see it when I walk, how it swings? Ew. All right. Put some respect.
That's what I would do if I was a cop. I'd be like, hey, we got this serial killer. He's killed 3 bodies. What are we gonna do? I'm like, all right, man, check this out. I got this. I would make up my own letter and be like, hey, son, the serial killer's just watching. He's smoking a cigarette. He's got like a girl tied up in the basement. He's like, no, the police have no clue. And I'd be like, yeah, man, we actually, we got a letter from the killer. He's like, I write no letter. I'm going to read it in the voice. He says, hey, guys, it's me, the serial killer. I'm so silly, Billy. Any hoosers. It's really hard for me to kill people because I'm so dumsies. But I mean, would be at the press conference. He'd be like, I didn't say that. I just got another one. Ow.
Got him. Yeah, he shows up. Got him.
Yeah. Funny. Go Eagles. This mother. Oh!
I'm a Patriots fan. I'm a Patriots fan.
That's not what the letter says, silly Billy. Got another one.
Oh, you said Belichick's a bitch. All right, let's go.
They'd be like, "Hey, man, this is one of the first women serial killers. The FBI analyzes. We could tell it's a woman. All right, I got it. I come on, be like, first of all, obviously a man, big, smart, strong, better
Ooh.
man doing all this killing.
Yeah, couldn't be a woman.
You
'cause
can
there's
tell by how well thought out this letter is, and there's
Mm,
some jokes in here.
that are funny. That are actually funny.
She'd be on the phone, be like, "You massager, got him, got another one." They're like, "Yo, we think this serial killer may be black. We don't get a lot of black serial killers." Like, I got this one. I got this one. Anybody who turns themselves in as a serial killer, you getting lifetime lemon pepper wet wings, all flats.
Did he say
It was
wet?
me.
Did he say all flats?
Yo,
Yeah.
That is
Yo.
so funny how we all love all flats now.
we
Like,
love
that's our
flats,
thing.
bro.
I used to
Yo.
like drums, and then people schooled me. They're like, "Yo, man, there's actually more meat. It's tender." I'm like, "Oh, they're easier to work with."
Yeah.
But I used to be drums because I was looking at it like, "Yo, drums, man. They just
So me
oh,
too.
that's how I
I
like
got
my
older.
women. Drums."
Well,
There you go.
hey,
Not all
dude, I
flat.
saw a dude make a video. He was like, "Y'all know we get ripped off because they
My wings?
cut the
'Cause it's
wing
a
in
one wing,
half
yeah.
and making us pay for 2 wings."
Chinese restaurants do you right
Oh,
because the
they
Chinese
do the whole
restaurant says,
wing,
"Hey, you
bro.
got 6 wings. You get 6 wings."
Mm.
That
We
that
gotta go
little
to
arm and everything, bro.
Yeah,
little-
the
the little-
feathers.
the little hey, what do you call that?
Everything.
The little Nemo wing, the little one.
Yeah.
Like Nemo got a small wing.
And they don't even fold
Little
them. It's
T-Rex
just it's
wing?
in regular.
Yeah. They don't fold
it's
them,
a-
no.
You can tell the chicken was trying to fly away. The wings like,
Oh, he a Q dog. Like,
Yeah.
Q dog.
Hey. Bro, man, no,
Uh.
bro, them wings that's a such a wine. Hey, man, that's why my heart messed up because I
Yeah.
eat them things 3 times a week and they're
You-
always good. I
oh,
have
that
crispy.
golden crispy.
Crispy as
crispy,
hell. Yeah.
and I swear to God, bro, they cook them things in lava.
I
'Cause
feel
they-
this is
they hot all the time, bro.
Chinese restaurants always just nail the food because they're like, listen, we don't have time to answer angry phone calls. We're not going to. So let's just make it right so we don't have to deal with these people yelling at us about the food's not right. And I got my 12-year-old daughter on the phone getting yelled at. Let's
Mm,
just make sure it's right the right time.
facts. Big facts. And they give you a great portion. I will
Yeah, it's
say
all
that
heavy.
about Chinese restaurants, man. It's heavy when you pick it up. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
A
Customer
brick.
service at a 0. But that's why they nail everything else.
Correct. You can't have it all if you want good food.
Yeah.
Man. So we need to go downtown and go to Saskatchewan with Ken.
Wow.
Gonna
It's
go
so
there.
good, bro. I love it.
Hey, Ken, by the way, just real quick, man, before we go to the next topic, you always are doing stuff in front of your coworkers, Tesla. Does he ever say anything to you about doing that?
It was his idea.
Okay, gotcha.
When I because I had got out the car, I parked next to him and I was late for work because I'm always late for work. And it recorded me and he sends me the video. And
You
he's
like,
like, yo, you should do this every day. And so every day I just start doing stuff in front of the car. I haven't done it in a while, man. But yeah, it honestly just happened. I got out the car and he recorded me. And then we just started doing videos next to the car.
wait a minute. I just thought of something. If you really were a creeper and you had money, you could buy a Tesla and just park it next to the person you're trying to stalk.
Yeah, and it recorded.
Mhm.
You got good 30, 45 seconds of recording. Like, yeah,
Hey.
I knew she was going to dongs after work.
I'm about to say, as the general manager of Dongs, when I see a Tesla parked outside, I'm like, hey, boys, we got some Teslas outside. Wet them sweats. Wet them sweats, boys. Wet them sweats.
Jump on it, ride it. That's
Hey,
all they
eat some
play.
oysters before work. I want
Oh,
you Randy.
Just, I need you on semi. I don't want you
Yeah.
all full mass, but I need you.
Hey, guys, good news, man. I pulled a lick with the Habib store down the way. I got all the honey for all of us. So I want you
Honey.
boys on a 50-50. I want a half mass like a senator died, you know?
God dang. That fool said like a senator died. Bro,
I want
what's
that
in
half
honey?
mass like a senator
What?
died.
What's in honeys, by the way, man?
Probably like it's usually like Cialis and Viagra ground up into boner honey and put in
Jesus,
honey.
man.
It's just the drug mixed in with honey.
Okay.
That's it.
This makes it
And
easy
then
to
they'll
go
throw
down.
in well, no, they just like lying so that they could sell it in this country. Basically, man, they don't test honey. Like they don't test these honey packets. So these dudes is
Oh,
like they got like a bee farm and they're just giving the bee Viagra and they're like, yeah, we got this product's gonna be fire.
that's funny.
Just a bunch of bees with masks on, topless, stepping on it. And,
Like New Jack City.
yeah,
One bee in there named Pookie.
yeah. We went with African honeybees. They're just vital.
Yeah, they are. They want freedom.
Mm-hmm.
We give it to them. There you go.
Where is the queen bee? Where is the queen bee? Who, Beyonce?
Yeah, that's
What
funny.
was-
You guys watch Afro? Anyway, real
Yeah.
quick.
James John, number one talk show in all of Senegal. We watch it right after General Hazim's war report. He is going to be in a General
Bro.
Hazim is probably one of the best generals we have ever had. And at 14 years old, you know,
The oldest.
yeah, he's the oldest, middle aged.
Yo, James, I'm telling you, if you go to Africa, and
Africa.
you get off the plane, and they be like, "Yo,
It's James Young.
No, they're gonna have a name for him though too. It's gonna be like a nickname we don't know. Like they're like it's Jamsjon. Jamsjon.
Yeah.
You know Jamsjon. Yo go baba to call Jamsjon. Oh my god. He's
Dude,
gonna
that
be like,
would- that
James,
would be
look at my
hilarious,
nub.
bro.
I voted for you for best TV show. Look at my nub.
They got statues of me. Like,
That, bro, I said, yo, you about to give me the Lifetime Achievement Award in Africa? You don't even know it.
I don't even
Yeah.
know. Yeah. James John could not be here because he does not know we exist.
We used to watch you all the time in the barracks. I was only 9, so it was hard to understand everything. But you know, I was just a young colonel then.
Young girls, wild and not.
Bro, that
Oh,
is
we
hilarious.
gotta get to Africa, man, so we can get all
Yo,
the 10.
B, we're going to Africa.
That's it. They got money over there for me, man. It's like $100, but we gonna go
Yeah.
get it. That's
James
right.
John, I have been collecting monies for you to come and do a comedy show. Now we have $150 cash and 7 million diamonds. Is this acceptable? We also
Yes.
have all flat ostrich wings,
All flat.
lemon pepper. We know how you are over there.
All flat. You know how big an ostrich wing is, dude?
Bro. They set that thing down.
Like Fred Flintstone. Like, God dang.
Yeah.
that wing on 3 plates, bro.
That's
Do
right.
you want 6 or 12?
And I'm like, 12?
Yeah.
Bruh. All flats is funny as hell, man.
Anything you want. Don't drink that water.
Yeah.
Anything you want.
Yes. Put on a condom. I'm not having sex. No, you'll need one.
You're still
There
going
you
to
go.
want to put one on. It's
That's right.
everywhere.
That's wild, man. Oh man. Okay. Africa, we love you. We love you. We love you. Love you. I want to ask you guys something, but we're about to be at a break now. So I kind of want to wait because I wanted to talk to you, Miguel, about the tours you've been doing, man. Because I know something interesting happened on your travels, and I wanted you to tell everybody about it because this is something that never happens to people normally. This is just something that happened, and you were like, well, I guess I just witnessed that happen, but I don't want to scare people. But you witnessed
Whoa, first of all, hey, on record, dog, I ain't never witnessed nothing.
okay.
First of all, hey, James, let me tell you this.
There you
Even
go.
if Jehovah Witness, I bet he won't testify.
That's
all
true.
right?
That's
I
true.
ain't witnessed. Let me go on record.
Yeah.
Hey,
you're
first
right.
of all, am I in these streets? Yeah, you know it. All day, every day. Man, I'm in these streets like stop signs, all right? But
Damn.
did I witness something? Whoa, James. Whoa.
Well,
You
you're
bet-
right.
You better why you run your mouth like that. You ain't gonna be welcome back in Africa. All
You know what,
Be
you're
like,
right.
I look James
You're
Young,
right.
but then I found out. Do you know he is a witness? Oh, this is terrible news.
That's
Terrible
funny.
news. It's
All
the
right,
worst
guys.
thing I ever heard.
On that note, I'm not gonna snitch. We'll be right back with more hilarity right here on Real Last Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. I'm James John. That is Ken Miller, and that's Miguel Colon Jr. Now, Miguel, you've been traveling late, man. Congratulations to you. You've been with David Jolly, man, from Kill Tony and DeAndre fame, if you will. And it's been going well. The tour has been awesome, right?
Yeah, we've been having a real good time. For me, man, it's been a long time wanting to just do clubs. We all do
Yes.
clubs, man, but we have to we we've all in the past have supplemented stuff in between clubs, but clubs is all you want to do. Clubs and theaters is all you want to do, man. And I
Yes.
don't know what arenas are like, but clubs and theaters is all you want to do.
And you're doing clubs where the people know they're coming to see comedy. It's not a surprise. And they want to be there. Like that's a
I'm coming to the
different kind
clubs
of
where people
audience.
are 100% coming to see us.
Yes.
You know, they're coming to see Jolly and us from the videos and stuff. And there's a big difference, man. There's a big difference between, hey, this, you know, just to let you know, I've been in comedy 15 years. And at this point in my career, let's say last year, I was at the point where I was pretty much doing all spectrum of comedy with the exception of arenas. But
Yeah.
I would be booked 1 week at a, hey, man, so this CVS has got a stage. And I'm like, you mother. And then that
Yeah.
same week, they would be like 1,500 seat theater. And I'm like, okay. And then they're like, corporate show, you know, they flying you out to Mexico. I'm like, cool. They're like, when you land from Mexico, this Walgreens has got a stage. And I'm like, okay. You know, like, and so that was, as of last year, my career was everything. And now I'm tightening it up to where it's just comedy clubs, because I'm able to add that to my schedule. It's not like I didn't want to do this whole time, but now I'm able to book just comedy clubs. It's a great feeling. I was talking to Carmen Valone yesterday about it, and you know, Carmen was going through something that I was going through, something that I'll tell you guys about that I actually haven't talked about on the show.
What's up?
I was finding myself last year in the point where I was like, is this gonna be it, man? Am I going to have to figure out every week? Am I doing a CVS and then hope I'm doing a theater and then pray I'm doing a club? And it gets frustrated. And
Yeah.
then I will be very honest, man. You and Ken gave me hope because you just recently got into the cruise lines.
Yeah.
Ken was with Russell Peters back then, doing a lot. And I was like, cool, man. Because I was feeling aged out, guys. I was kind of feeling like, and it's not because I'm too old, but I was like, am I going to keep being able to do this? Because, you know, we make a good living, but I'm 44 years old. I started thinking I make a good living and I put a little bit aside and I'm going to be okay. But am I going to be good enough to take care of my mom and dad if for any reason they needed something? Can I help my sister? You know, my brother-in-law passed away 2 years ago. And I was like, and my sister's great. She's an executive, you know, she's tell you great. But I was like, am I in a position that if anything happened to Melinda, I could start supplementing her to get her on her feet if something happened? And I don't believe that would, but I just had that evaluation where I was like, man, I'm chasing my dreams. Is it costing me being a good son and family member? And my family would never say that to me. They would never ask that of me. But as a man, I started thinking like, hey man, making this little $70,000, $80,000 a year doing comedy ain't going to take care of your family for
Facts.
life, you know?
Facts. Yeah.
Am I being
Yeah.
selfish? Because I was like, I'm at the point now where I can still get into a career. And I have the fact that lots of people know me from comedy and stuff, because all of us get offers to do
Yeah.
jobs that are way more lucrative than what we're doing. We keep our jobs a lot of times because, or we keep what we do, comedy, because we love it. But I've gotten offers where I'm like, man, I make some good money doing this. It's not my passion, but am I at the point where I have to really think, am I following a passion in a selfish way? And that's really where I was last year. And it wasn't a bad place. It was just an interesting place, an interesting problem to have, because I'd spent, you know, at that point, I'd spent like 12, 13 years trying to get to the point where I was shows all the time. And now I had shows all the time. And I started questioning the shows. Like, do I want these shows all the time? Is a few
Correct.
$100 worth, you know, this hookah lounge on a Wednesday, you know?
Because you get to a certain age where, like, not scared, but you are aware. Like, man,
Where?
I am very aware that I'm only making this much money doing these little shows, and I got to do something because I'm getting older.
Yeah.
Especially like me and Ken, throw kids on top of that, and a wife, and you're like,
Yeah.
you're like, damn, I got to get something going. Yeah. So I am very happy for all of us, man. I'm really proud of you, Miguel, what you've been doing with David Jolly and Ken. Yeah,
I was telling Chris that last night. We were talking about comedy, and I was like, if it wasn't for like a Russell and going with Wicks, I'm like, Miguel, man, I'm like, do I even want to be doing this?
Correct.
Yeah, because you love it. You love it, but you have to think about it from the grown perspective of
James, when you walked away to blow your nose, me and Miguel were talking about like crappy comedy shows. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And the love for it. And I'm just like, man, do I really want to, like, I did an old folk. Miguel, I know we got a story. I hate to step on your
No, man,
story,
go
but
do this. Do this.
we talking about like one day I'm doing 3 people and then Saturday I got 1,200. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do this old folks home. I get roped into this old folks home, right?
Yeah.
And so the guy who booked it, and we know we love him to death. I love Brick. But
Yeah.
Brick will send you a 75 paragraph thing about what you're doing, and we're not reading all that. So I didn't even I just saw the time, the place, and how much I was getting paid.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I show up, and these people, it's not the village's old folks. These people on oxygen tanks.
Yeah.
They came here. One lady oxygen tank ran out of oxygen. They had to wheel her up out of there. Do
Bro.
you know halfway
Bro.
through Dwayne said, a lady raised her hand and she said, I got a joke. And I'm sitting in the back like, okay, it's $500. I got to do 45 minutes. They're not paying attention. Ladies, they're answering their phones. This lady's having a full conversation during the show. I look at Brick. I says, I'm doing 20 minutes. He said, I don't care. When Dwayne got off stage, he's my feature. Half the audience left because it was dinner.
Wow.
So I got up there and I did 20
Wow.
minutes and I'm bombing. I got to the point we ended the show. I end up doing 3 street jokes, and then we did the Temptations. I ain't too proud to beg, and did a dance for them. I'm up there shucking and jiving for these old people.
Ken, you did the Temptations.
We did it because the oxygen tank lady was like, we thought. So what happened was it was supposed to be a hip hop R&B karaoke bingo thing. They didn't even know it was a comedy show gonna be there.
Oh wow!
I was like, well, I told her, I said, well, we bomb. We'll do Temptations for you because she was a big Temptations fan, and we bombed. So we kept our word. We did at the Temptation. I know you want to leave me,
but I refuse.
And we
to
did the
let
dance.
you go.
Me, Tim Allen, and we left and went to Corona. And I spent $150 of my money buying them drinks and cigars because I felt so bad that I roped them into this show.
Oh yeah, that's
man.
funny. You ever rope somebody into a job?
Yeah, it was me. I booked them. They got paid good.
Yeah.
But I was like, hey man, drinks on me. I'm so sorry.
I need to apologize to Miguel. I've taken him to some crappy ass gigs.
Bro, when I was featuring for James, hey, it was like Black Ops. Like I would just be out barbecuing. I get a call. He's like, hey, you activated. Where we going? I would show up. I'd be like, I'd have a bag with a jacket just in case we were somewhere cold. And he's like, where we go? And you know the show's bad. You know the show's bad when me and Carmen Valone talked about this last night. You know the show's bad when you're texting back and forth and you're like, hey man, got a show. You want to come to it? And you're like, yeah, what's the details? And all of a sudden they start calling you. Like you've been texting this whole time, and they're like, oh.
I gotta explain it to you with voice.
I do. Yeah. There's many a time me and Miguel have driven out of state for some horrible. We got paid, but it was horrible. Yeah, we got paid.
I took this some one big advice I had taken from Miguel. I want to do shows that make me happy.
Correct.
I have turned down so much, and I'm talking about good money, because I've looked at it. I'm just like, I don't want to do your birthday party in your backyard for 8 people.
That's
hard. Just don't want to do.
That's hard. Yes.
I want to do comedy that makes me. I'm happy. I had a good show. I can go home. I got my head up, and I had a good time. But like comics now, and I get it. Get your money. I know it's all about the money for a lot of people. It ain't about the money for me anymore. I got a good job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a good job. So it ain't about the money for me anymore. I just want to have a good ass time. That's it, bro. I want to leave there like, okay, I did my job. I made these people laugh. I felt good. Not leaving home texting y'all like, let me tell y'all where I was just at tonight.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Yeah.
And I've turned down opportunities to go on the road with some people that they're good people. I just knew we weren't going to have a good time together, and the road is rough if you're not on this. And it's not like, and I don't mean like they were going to be bad people or they were into drugs or anything. I just know we're not going to click living that close together for a long time. And I'm like, man, these road shows are going to be good, but if I'm going to spend 2 weeks every month for the next year with somebody, I'm 44. I've got to enjoy what I'm doing. I
You're
paid
right.
my dues
Yes.
and it's like nobody owes me anything. But what I'm saying is I paid my dues enough where I know now what I want.
Hmm.
I know what I'm gonna ask for. It's okay if I'm not gonna get that, but I'm not gonna ask for less.
Amen.
You know,
You know
it's
what you're
okay if you
worth.
can't give it to me, and we'll just walk away.
And you just said something very important when you're doing comedy on the road and you're the feature and you're going to be traveling with a headliner. We got to get along and you got to know what you're getting with me. If you want to go out and party, I'm not the feature for you. I'm not
Yeah,
going to party with you. I'm going to sit somewhere with you. We can have a drink, sit there and talk all night. I'm down for that. But if you want somebody that's going to go to a club, party, dance and do all
Man,
this,
listen.
that ain't me no more.
hey, let me tell you
Nah.
what. Let me tell you
Going
what the
to a
road is.
cigar.
Let me tell you what the road is for me. For me, Jake Ricker and David Jolly, we love it. Uh, we get in town. We all fly in from different places. We meet up. We get in town. We get the rental car. I handle I'll handle all the logistics. They'll tell me what cities we're going to, where we're going to be. I'll get the rental cars. I'll get the Airbnbs, everything. You know, we got a
Because
budget for it. You know, we get a
you're
budget
a
from the
planner though,
club,
Miguel. You
but I'll
do
take
that.
care of getting.
Yeah, you're a planner. Your logistics and stuff is
Yeah,
for you
yeah,
as
and it's
well.
like, and it's cool thing is I'm not like one of the people. Yeah, yeah. Like I can plan on the fly. I could be out there hanging out all night long and then be like, cool, let's get this planned up. So I'll put together all that. Jake does all the filming and editing for everything we do. And Jolly's the reason we have this tour. You know, they're
Right.
there to see him. So we got a good thing. But this, we were just laughing yesterday because we were like, this is what a day in the life of us is. Jolly wakes up before everybody. Jolly wakes up at like 7 a.m.
He
I wake
does
up at
wake
like
up
8
early.
early.
Yeah.
I wake up at like 8:30, man. You know, I wake up about 8:30. Jake wakes up around like 10, right? Because Jake's
Mm.
always up later than everybody. We wake up, we go to the Planet Fitness. Jake pumps iron. Me and Jolly, we lift the little weights, but Jake always has like a little, hey, this is what y'all should do. A little weight lifted for us. And then me and Jolly, we on like elliptical machines and stuff like old men. But that's the first part of the day. Spend an hour at the gym. Then we go back to the Airbnb and then I cook lunch. And I cook us a good big lunch. Then we have like free time. For a couple hours, we just kick it. Jolly always takes naps. Me and Jake watch a movie. I smoke or something like that. Then we ride around the city and film pieces of the city for the intro video for the podcast that we're doing, Road Dogs Podcast. No
Smart.
biggie, no biggie. We ride around the city and film stuff, and we go walk around and we see everything. Then we get to the club crazy early. If the show's at 7, we get there at 5. We just kick it. We hang out in the lounge. We walk around if there's a neighborhood. We smoke. We chill. Jake sets up everything. We film the shows. We eat at the venue, so we don't have to buy dinner. We eat at the
Mm.
club, and
Smart.
then we record a podcast on stage after the show, and then we go home. And every now and then, me and Jake will have some cool girls hanging out with us. We're having fun. This is, I swear to you, I make fun of me and Jake. They'll be like we just had this good time in Charlotte, and they'll start telling us about stuff to do, and they're like, we're gonna go like to the Mixers bar tonight if you guys want to hang out. And I'm like, cool, man. And then they're like, yeah, get my number. I'm like, no, this is good enough for me right now. Like, honest to God, I don't have to mess anything up. I don't have to
Yeah.
find some crazy Charlotte girl. I don't go out drinking all night. I don't end up in some apartment with no ride home. I just know that some pretty ladies are still attracted enough to me that
That's
they
all you
want to
needed.
spend more
That's all
time
you
with me.
needed.
And it's like, and now we get home at like 10:30 from the club, no lie. We smoke a blunt, me and Jake watch a movie or something, and I'm in bed by midnight. That is every day on the road with Jolly, me, and Jake, and it's amazing. Jolly will be on the phone. Jolly will be on the phone with his old lady, and you know it's good. Here's the thing, too. You know things are good when your girlfriend likes the guys you're on the road with, or your wife.
Yes.
Because Jolly be on the phone
Yes.
with his old lady, and she'd be like, "Hey, tell Jake and Miguel, blah blah blah." Because she knows, she's like, "Oh, them two fat old men, they ain't into anything wild."
Yeah. Hey, I will say this before we got to go to break. That's why my wife loves my dynamic when I work with you guys because she know I'm gonna be all right. She
Yeah, she also
loves to
knows
go
I ain't
back
gonna
and
take no guff from her.
no. She loves the fact that she knows Miguel. She loves to fight with him. And Ken, she loves you. You like a family to us, man. So that's a big thing. If your woman likes the people you tour with, you all
Yes.
right.
You
But
gonna
it's
be
a
all
long day if she don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you. All right, firsthand. All right, y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right here on Real Last Real Radio 104.1. Bro. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host, James John, joined Mr. Ken Miller, aka hashtag Coattail Gang, and Miguel Colon Jr. All right, man. We were just talking about being on the road and comedy and all that great stuff. And Miguel, you were just on the road and you had something wild happen in your travels.
Yeah, man, check it out, man. I was flying my baby Spirit home. Shout out to the SP, baby. And on my flight from Charlotte to Orlando, it was an hour and 50-minute flight. About 30, maybe 45 minutes into the flight, uh, I started watching a movie, and then I look up, and there's a bunch of commotion in the row right next to me. And next thing I know, I see a passenger and another passenger taking a third passenger and laying them on the floor. And first thought, because I wasn't in the emergency exit row because they wouldn't hook me up with it, I was like, y'all done messed up. I would have handled this hijacking right now. I'd have got it. Open the door. Everybody, hold on. Yo, I got this.
Voluntarily opening up the exit row door is diabolical.
They'd have been like, nobody move. I'm like, nah, everybody hold on. But yeah.
Hey, that's one way to save America, man.
Yeah, man. Yo, they didn't expect me to wild out. No. They're like, yo, man. They're like, we're going to blow this plane up. I'm like, what if there is no plane? But no, turns out it was a medical emergency happening, which I have a joke that I always make fun of, that if you have a medical emergency on Spirit, you messed up because there's no chance there's a doctor on the plane. And if there is a doctor, that's not the doctor you want. Like,
correct. Yeah. That one just lost his license. You don't want that one.
100%, man.
Yeah.
Those girls woke up mid-surgery and saw. But honest to God, I'll never know their names. The first two people that were taking care of this guy, and then multiple other people who were in the medical profession somehow came in. The first two people, it was a white dude, younger dude, probably like mid-30s, had a Florida tattoo on his neck. He was tatted up. Post Malone tatted up. And then the woman that he was with, man, they got on it. They were on it. Everything. They were calling ER terms and stuff, like you hear in the movie. He was like, hey, check his blah, 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 blah. And they was pumping him. His shirt was ripped off. I could never see the gentleman because of where he was lying, but they were pumping him. And then another dude stood up and he was like, hey, and it was so professional. Like another dude stood up. He was like, just to let you know, I got medical expertise too if you want me to do something, which is the realest. Not trying to get in there, just being like, hey, if you need stuff, also you tell me. And then this one young kid, they had him holding an IV up for the guy and stuff. Everybody's pumping. But guys, they were doing so many chest compressions on him. And I'll be very honest, guys, they were compressing his chest for probably 25, 30 minutes of the flight. The whole time.
That's a long
guys,
time.
The whole rest of the flight, they were pumping his chest. So much so they had to switch people because they were just getting, exhausted. And they went through like 6 people. And I don't think he made it, guys. Like, honestly, I don't believe he made it because they never stopped pumping his chest. They never were in a point where they were like, all right, cool, his vitals are blah, blah, blah. And even when the fire department came and the captain, Florida, it was an hour, 50-minute flight. We got there in an hour and 20 minutes. The captain was like, hey, man, I know a shortcut. Like, yo, he cut through a residential. Yo.
That's funny. He in a no-fly zone. Like, wait, I'm supposed to fly over there.
Yeah. The captain was like, hey, man, I'm going to open it up and hit the nos. But
serious.
Hey,
yeah,
I don't got passengers. I got family.
Family. Hey, the captain said, hey, the air mask, the oxygen masks are going to drop. Don't worry about them. We're going to tap that into the fuel line. Open it up, Hey, the captain was like sitting there. He switched it to manual. We're taking this off. I got this. Yeah.
He did the iRobot.
Yeah, man. The captain. Hey, so we then also we came in landed hot. Like how I kind of feel like landing. I don't know. it did not. It felt like we were just like nose down. We boom. So we
Yeah.
land. Also, mind you, at about 30 minutes into this, I look over at the people working on this gentleman, and I'm speaking from experience, seeing like stuff like this happen. And I'm no expert, but I'm just saying from my experience, I see the face of the staff, and I kind of feel like I know when they're just like, because they're looking at each other and they did the nods, like,
Oh, when they
and
shake
I
their
know
head,
that,
they look.
in my opinion, and I don't know,
I've seen a lot of
yeah, in my
ER, man,
opinion,
and
I
I
believe,
know.
yeah, in my opinion, though, I believe that they were, and I don't know, but I think that they were just like, hey, man, we're not going to stop until we have to. We're just going to try. Because I feel like, what can you do on that plane? You can't just be like, yo, he coded, he's there. And nobody wants that, man. I guess they're like, I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep working. And they kept working. And bless their hearts, man. I wish if anything ever happened to me, I had such passionate people there, because I'm talking about 5 or 6 people all together coming through. And then random people just like, because the kid holding the IV, he's holding this for like 30 minutes. People just walking up like, I got it. Let me hold it. I got it. Like everybody just helping out. And
Can I ask a question, Miguel?
yeah,
Were the gentlemen that were working on him, were they white?
everybody. No, bro, it was no 100%, guys. It was everyone, and I mean that. First
Oh,
of all, there's not more than 5 white people on a Spirit flight.
it's true.
So like,
It's
yeah,
true.
it's yeah. But I
No,
mean, it was
the two guys were passengers working on him then.
it was all passengers. It was no, it was
Wow.
medical people who were on the plane, and it's Spirit. So you wonder, like, you a doctor, or you a tattoo artist who you had to, you had to take some courses,
Yeah.
but
No, I
everybody's working.
told you, I'm a dental hygienist.
Guys, I mean this, and I'm not taking no pictures in this situation like this, but I mean this. The kid holding the IV looked to me Moroccan. He had like a kufi, and he looked like me with a kufi on, and he didn't
That's
speak Spanish. So automatically, I'm like Moroccan. Dude looked
yeah.
Moroccan. It was a young Puerto Rican girl. I know she's Puerto Rican because she had the Boricua tattoo on her neck. She was helping
Oh,
out with stuff. It was there were white people on the bottom, black nurses. I mean, it had nothing to do with anything other than a bunch of human beings being like, hey man. And the kid holding the IV, you could tell he's just a young buck. He was
yeah.
just like, hey,
Mm.
what do you want me to do? I'll do something.
I'll do
Like
something. Yeah.
I'll do something to help out. And also the Puerto Rican girl, she was like tearing up at one point, and she was fine. And she was tearing up. And I thought about it because she was right in front of me. I wanted to be like, hey, girl, hey, come here. It's going to be all right. And I swear to God, guys, before I got a chance, some light skinned brother from the row in front, he turned over.
Ah.
He said, hey, girl, it's going to be all right. I was like, you piece of shit. That was my moment. That was my moment, bro.
Hey, Ken, he got blocked by El DeBarge.
Yeah, man. And they defibrillated the dude too. They shaved his
Oh,
chest
really?
and defibrillated him, man. And
Mm.
it was wild, man. But guys, when the fire department arrived, it didn't seem like like, man, they came in with such a passion and fury, and then they were kind of putting him in. It seemed slow, and they asked him what's his pulse, and then the dude working on him kind of just whispered into his ear. So I wouldn't say whisper, but just leaned in. And he was like, "Hey, blah, blah." So I kind of feel like bad news. And then one of the guys who was also a medical person who was working on him during the flight,
Yeah.
I saw him on the tram ride, the Buddy Dyer Express when they're riding back. And
Mm.
I said, hey man, I said, you did really, really good job. Thank you. And he was like, nah, man, we didn't do enough. And I was like, man, damn, bro.
Damn.
And I mean this, man, when I say this, man, I don't know who this person is. Um, it's tragic. It's super tragic. And I'll
Absolutely.
say there's no silver lining. There's no silver lining. I just want to say, in that moment, I also got to see like why humanity rocks, man.
It
All
gives
these
you faith.
people
Gives you
springing
faith.
up together.
Yeah.
Uh, there was no thought, and I mean this, like flight attendants were like, "Hey guys, move!" But everybody, no phones out, guys, no phones out. Oh,
Yeah.
let me. This is for me. People praying, people talking to each other. People, like people. There was a woman like 2 seats next to me, and she had a baby. She was like a younger black woman. She had a baby, and the older white woman on the other side of her, she was like the baby was like not baby but a little kid like 3 years old was trying to see what's going on, and I saw that the older white woman was like, hey, look at me, and started
Uh-huh.
talking to the baby about stuff. It was honest to God, it
Everybody
is
came
what
together.
it is what humanity really is, guys. It is not what we see all the
Mm.
time so that we can sell products and be full of fear. It is what really happened in that moment. Just a plane full of people whose only concern was, man, I hope this dude survives. And then me and that light skinned dude seeing one goddamn opportunity and him taking it from me. When do I get to win, Lord? But
Hey,
I don't.
oh no, he did it right after Black History too. How dare
Oh,
he?
bro, I was like, February is over. It's March, bro. This is for the Irish. You know?
Neither one of you Irish, but hey,
Hey, bro, I done passed out drunk in a bathtub before. You know?
it's true. You've hit a woman. Anyway,
Yeah.
God bless, man. Oh man, that's crazy though that happened to you. I've never seen anything like that. I've been on planes where there's a medical emergency, and I
Me
told
too.
you for the first time last year, I was on a plane where a fallen soldier was aboard, and I
Yeah.
got to see the ceremony when they take the body out. Man, they salute and everything.
Oh, bro,
Everybody stops. Yeah.
if you ever, there's a movie called Taking Chance. There's a book called Taking Chance that's about uh the process of moving the body of a fallen veteran. It's a lot, James. The body has to point a certain way the whole time.
Yes,
It
absolutely.
has a guardian with it that never leaves the side of the coffin the entire
Ye-
time. Like
That's
there's
what I
a lot of
saw.
process. Like it's a full process. Yeah, and you there's I know the Marine Corps has them, and I believe other branches do too. Like generally, it's either a family member, your battle buddy, or it is a person who is assigned to escort this body, and it is a
Correct.
process. It is a
And
full process.
And what amazed me was everybody that was on that plane understood what was going on. And like you said, they all come together in reverence of we all stopped. We saw the ceremony out while we're sitting on the plane. They were doing the ceremony, taking the body out. Like
Every
the
time
whole
they move
time.
it, James,
Every,
every time they move it, he
yeah.
has to render honors to the body.
Yes.
Every time it's
Yes.
moving.
All the employees that were outside working on the ground stopped as
Hmm.
well and faced the body. Like it was a whole thing. And
Yeah,
nobody moved until that got transferred to the next place it was supposed to be.
yeah.
Then everybody resumed. Like it was a whole thing. But like you
And
said,
James,
yeah,
if
go ahead.
there's like a layover or something, and the body has to be housed somewhere, then that soldier, airman, marine, or sailor that's the escort stays with that coffin there.
Wow.
They never leave the
Leave it.
side of it until it is delivered to the family.
That's wild. That God bless you. If you anybody in the military, shout out to you, man. It takes a certain kind of person to do that. And thank you for your service for real.
Yeah, and
That's
you know what
wild.
too? It takes a certain kind of person, light skinned dude, to sleaze in on another man's opportunity. Hey, we had eye
Hey,
contact. She was
yeah,
welling up, and I was like, "Hey, I was gonna grab that hand and be like,
yeah.
hey, I got this comedy show at a rec center tonight. You
Rec
know?
Center.
You look like you need a laugh.
Hey, there you
Mhm.
go. Hey, the kids are gonna be break dancing. It's gonna be real cool. You should come through as a vibe.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
man. We need to
man.
Hey,
save it.
before we go, man, I love you, Miguel. Tell these folks where you guys are gonna be this weekend so they can come out and support you.
I'm this weekend. I'm chilling. March 22nd. I am at Side Splitters in Tampa with David Jolly and Jake Ricca.
Nice, very nice.
This Saturday, I will be in Jacksonville, Orange Park, the Thrasher Theater with OMG, It's Wicks and Friends. That's me, Mike Hurley, he Wicks, and shout out Dwayne Williams will be on that show as well.
Very nice, man. Y'all definitely go support them and everything these two guys are doing. It's going to be amazing. This Friday, I got two shows in Daytona Beach at Christy B's Comedy Club. It's her new club she opened up. I'm excited to be going there. It's my first time performing at this new club. And then on Saturday, I'll be in Spring Hill performing at the Playhouse Theater for our good friend Rob G. Thank you guys so much for listening to us. On behalf of myself, James John, that's Ken Miller and Miguel Colon Jr. Thank y'all for listening. And Ken, tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed.
We out.